Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be update number 3 to pan those eyeshadows, and I have some rollouts this month, so that's exciting. Let's go ahead and get started with the ColourPop Barbie Malibu palette. This one I did hit pan on, so I had the shade Let's Go Party, and it's this peachy shade up here at the top. And I did hit pan in it. I was focusing, there was a rainbow right there. I focused on this side of it and I hit pan. So let me swatch it. That's what I don't know why I did that big of a swatch, but that's what it looked like right there. Super pretty, like bright, peachy shade. I wore it a lot mixed with another color in here to kind of cool it down some. But yes, I used it 28 times to hit pan in that. And yeah, it took every bit of that. These ColourPop shades are so deep, but I'm just glad to have pan on that. Next is this Glamlight Strawberry Shortcake palette. Now, I'm nowhere close to hitting pan on the shade that's in this project right now, but this is, I had shade number 10, which is this dark green at the very end here. You can still see the embossing. This one stains, but I'll swatch it anyways. Very pigmented, and it literally stains your hand and your eyes for that matter. Like, yeah. I'm gonna roll that shade out, I've just decided, because I literally can't use it. I've used it 7 times, and I just dread every time having to use that. So I'm just gonna roll it out. It's been in here for like 3 months, so I'm just ready to move on. Next is another thing I hit pan on. It's the ColourPop You Are a QT palette. Here's what it looks like. Look at the big pan. Now, I will say the pan is that big because like once I started getting to the bottom, it became really like clumpy, and it just kind of like moved like that because it was a Super Shock shadow. So it's also kind of like creamy. But yeah, I use this a ton because look at this shade. It's like pink and purple and silver all at once, like depending on what you put it with. It was beautiful though. I loved every use with that one. And did I say how many times I used it? I used it 21 times, and it already had a big dip in it. So there's that one. I love that one, and I love this palette. I think it's so pretty. Next is the ColourPop Tinkerbell Sprinkle a Little Magic palette. And this one I don't have pan on, but I have a really good dip, and it's the shade Big Magic. I randomly roll the palette and the shade in each of these, so it was randomly picked. I wish I could show you how big the dip is. It's right in the middle. Can you kind of see it? That helps. It's a very, very nice cool toned, there we go, like cool toned transition shade. And I would put it with that warm toned Barbie shade a lot. It's right there. Yeah, that's better. I would mix these two and it made like a much more wearable shade. Now I just wear this one on its own, and I really like that cool tone transition. But it's staying in. So far I have used it 20 times. So yeah, no pan in that one. But I wouldn't say it's very close, but it's pretty close. And last but not least, I think I rolled this one in last month. It's a very weird but funny palette. It's Shrek. Shrek's whole face. It's by Makeup Revolution, and you'll be able to tell which eyeshadow is the one I'm using in this project because it's the only shade in here that's touched, and it is the shade Quest right here. And I am wearing it today, but I've also had my eyeshadow on for like at least 12 hours now, so it's like, yeah, it doesn't look good anymore. But it actually has a big dip in it, but this is also like this Super Shock shade where it's like you touch it and it moves around. Like it's a literal cream, pretty much. Look how pretty it is. It's like the perfect like olive green. Really nice shade. And so far I've used that one 7 times. So I don't know how long it'll take me to hit pan, but I do have a big dip in it. So now let's get to the fun part of rolling in 3 new shadows because I'm rolling the Glam Light one out and I hit pan in 2. So every time I roll a new palette in, like it blacks it out so we won't get it again. Lorac Pro 2, okay? Let me write it down. Okay, then we can spin again and see what else. ColourPop Lush Life, that's a colorful one. Okay, I knew I'd get some ColourPops because that's the majority of my collection. ColourPop Snow White, I have this in my, oh yeah, that's the last one. I have this in my Disney Princess Project pan. So let me go grab those palettes and then we'll randomly pick the shades. Okay, I'm back with the 3 palettes, so this should be interesting. I'm going to start with the 2 ColourPop ones because they both have 12 shades in them. So let's start with the ColourPop Snow White palette. First of all, I love this palette. I love anything princess. And here's what it looks like. You can tell it has use on it. I've used each shade once for my Disney Princess project. But like, look how pretty it is. So cute. Shades I'd like to get are maybe one of these 2 to set my lid. Maybe these 2. This one. Yeah, let's go ahead and roll 1 through 12. It is 2. Yay! Okay, with a smile. It's this one right here. That's going to be the perfect shade to like set my eyeshadow. I don't use a base, but just to set my eyeshadow. Yay, I'm so excited. I haven't got a lid setting shade yet. Oops, I gotta swatch it on the other hand. That's what it looks like. So I don't even know if you'll, yeah, there it is. It pretty much matches my skin tone. So once you rub it in, it'll hopefully go quickly. I've used it a few times already. So there is that one. Lush Life. Here's what it looks like. One of my most interesting palettes, I'd say. I'd be fine with any of these shades, I feel like. These all look super interesting. Of course, the like colorful ones would be harder to use. But, I mean, you know, 4. Oh, this one's going to be good. It's the shade Guava up here. It doesn't look like a shade that should be named Guava. It's more of like an autumn red color than a bright pink guava, but it looks like I have used it a time or 2. Oops, I just swatched it with the wrong hand again. Oh, that's nice. Okay, maybe it is darker than I thought, actually. Looks like something I'm gonna have to mix with the Tinkerbell one again. Very pigmented, very nice. So we'll see. Okay, last but not least, this Lorac Pro palette is actually 16 pans. So let me change that in here. I'll show you what it looks like. I love the Lorac shadows. They're very powdery, easy to hit pan on. So I'm actually really excited to like use this one. And they're all cool tones and I'm excited about it. I'd be happy with any of these shades as well. Maybe this plum or this jade color would be cool, or this silver. I would love to get that silver. But let's go ahead and see what we can get, 1 through 16. So we got 7. Okay, one of the more boring shades in this palette, I'd say, but it's something I haven't got. So it's like, it's charcoal. So it's this gray color right here. Probably one of the ones I've used least in this palette. Or in this, yeah, in this palette. So let's see. Oh, it does have a little dip in it. I can feel it. These shades are so like soft feeling. Okay, well, we have mostly mattes again. That keeps happening to me in this project. So we have 4 mattes and 1 shimmer, which is still that Shrek palette. But like, look how beautiful that gray looks. I'm actually excited to use that. I can't remember the last time I've used gray eyeshadow. So things I might could hit pan on next month. I guess the two that have been in here the longest. Honestly, I think I can hit Pan and Big Magic next month. You literally can't tell how big the dip is, but it is big. Like, deep anyways. And maybe this Shrek palette, just because it's the only shimmer and it's like a cream. So it has a big dip in it too. And like I said, the Lorac palettes are easy to hit pan on because they're so powdery. So we'll see what I can do in a month there. But that's all I have for this update. Thanks for watching. Bye.